Hello, everyone. We're back for day 2. We're live. Is everybody ready? Got some people waiting. That's great. Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Waiting. 14 people watching. It said that number is gonna go up.
Already?
Definitely. So, Kartik, how are you? It's good to have you.
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, it's great to see you and have you on the show. We're looking forward to your
Excited
presentation.
like this morning?
Sorry?
Excited like this morning?
I am, absolutely.
Great. So,
Jason,
Fabio. Yeah, what's up?
Jason, how was the first day for you?
Oh, you know what we forgot? It was great. I thought it was great. You know what we forgot? Our sweaters.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to get that.
There.
Gonna get
Hold
it.
on.
Meet mine too.
I'll
It's like
go
right
get it.
behind me.
I'll go get it.
Yeah, go do it. All right.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
notice
mean,
that.
I think I hope everyone who was here yesterday had a good, enjoyed the show. I think it was we had a couple good talks, and we're looking forward to these 2 that we have today. I'm not as good as Fabio is at killing some dead airtime. So here he comes. I was like, where did he put the sweater? Jeez.
That was fast.
Ho!
Are you back?
Santa's
I don't hear
back.
you.
Ho!
Did the static electricity blow up your microphone?
You can't hear me? No?
Yeah, I see Mike Golden is commenting, no sweaters, no likes. So I got to go get mine too.
Can you hear me now?
I don't hear you, Fabio. Kartik, can I hear you?
I can hear.
No, I don't hear
both.
you either.
Okay, so Jason, it's you.
That's odd.
Jason, that cannot hear us. Kartik, you do hear me, right?
Huh, it's very odd. You guys are, Fabio, you're kind of coming in and out, and Kartik, I don't hear either.
I guess that's your.
Oh,
ear.
there you go. Huh,
What was the
that's
problem?
very strange. So how's everybody on the stream? Can you hear those guys talking?
It's the magic of the sweater.
Really odd. Because I see your audio. Okay, good. They can hear you. I don't need to hear you. It's fine. I'll just read lips. Seriously,
Okay,
super
so
weird. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna be the one making the introduction for today's guest, right?
Yes.
Jason will have to nod. Jason, say yes. Yeah.
So
Great
I'm just going to not
conversation.
talk, all right? Because I can't hear you guys. I'm just going to try to fix this. Go ahead, Fabio. We can
Anyway.
go ahead and get started.
Yes, absolutely. Kartik, I'm not gonna make a big introduction about you. We're gonna talk a little bit after you're done with your presentation. I'm pretty sure that people are looking forward to hearing you talk and share your story with us. So, Jason, 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 Jason,
There's something
Jason,
really interesting on the right.
go,
Okay,
go.
I switched speakers so I can hear you now.
I'm giving you the cue to go.
What should I do?
just just we'll let Kartik share his screen and we'll
Yeah,
mute
go for it. Go
ourselves.
for it. I can hear you now though. Something's wrong with my headphones, I think. All right.
You can hear me?
Go for it, Kartik. The stage is yours.
All right. I'm gonna just share my screen, and all I see is a Zoom call, so I don't know how many people are watching. So I'll just say hi to all. And
Have you shared already? I don't see anything yet.
just 1 second. I actually apparently have to quit the Zoom and reopen it. Can I do that quickly?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go out and come back in.
Yes.
We'll entertain everyone while we wait.
It's basically the Zoom letting me share the screen, but I have to give Mac permission. I hate Macs.
Okay,
All right, well,
I'm back for the entertainment.
I'll just be back.
if you need to, just jump out and come back in. That's fine.
Just 1 sec.
So, Jason, the weather, right?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Sweater time. So that Mike will give me a like.
Mike, don't let us down.
I don't know what the front or back is on this thing. You know, it doesn't have a tag or anything. These are black market sweaters.
Actually, I always have to keep them in front of me before we start because otherwise I don't know which one is the front and which one is the back.
Do you hear an echo when you guys are talking through my microphone?
No,
Okay, good.
it's actually good.
Boy, this is quality entertainment, I tell you. Aren't you guys all glad you joined us?
Yes. So I'm gonna share my screen now.
All right, go for it.
Nothing can happen that can throw us out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to share my screen now.
Okay, then
There we go.
I'm gonna hide myself.
I see it. Yep. Me too. Kartik, we're here and can hear you. So if you need anything, just let us know. Okay.
Sure. So yeah, guys, hi all. I am Kartik Reddy. I run the studio Spaceman Labs, and of course, we make architectural visualization. I don't have to tell you all that. We were Ideal Luck Visuals earlier, and at at this at this point in the year 2019, I decided to 2020, I decided to change the brand name to Spaceman Labs. So and if you ask me why, there was no reason. So that's what Spaceborne Labs is all about. We make architectural visualization. We have certain services that is traditionally out there, that every architectural visualization studio is providing. So I don't need to tell you all that. But I'll straight up jump to the images and what we do, and quality of images that we have. So this is basically, you know these are the Indian projects that we are currently mainly focusing on. And as you guys can see, that we are currently working on mostly high-rise projects in the city. And it's very it's not very easy for a startup studio which is barely 2 years old to get to work on such big projects, especially in India. I mean, a lot of references you will need in the first place to get your way through it, through and to reach out to the best clients out there, to the best companies out there, to able to collaborate with big companies out there. So we were, I would say, lucky, and at the same time, our work was pretty decent at the time when we started, and that's how things went on successfully. And today we are basically working for one of the biggest real estate companies in the city. I wouldn't say India, but definitely biggest in the city. For example, this is a project we did this year, and clearly these are like high-rise buildings in India. 49 floors, 45 floors, 55 floors, 60 floors. These are the high-rise towers being built in Hyderabad, and it is a big deal in India. I don't know about the situation in Europe, but definitely a big deal in India. And of course, more than images, are videos, are walkthrough animations, movies is being appreciated a lot out there. And again, that was also one of the things we were not trained for. We figured it out over last 3 years, and we are now doing pretty decent. So I'm gonna straight up jump to this, one of these animations and show you guys what we do. So maybe I'll just play this one. Jason, I can share another screen, right? I can. One sec. So this is Aurobindo, again, is one of the leading real estate companies in the city. We got chance to work with them, and they love the output. And this is something different, something we have seen only outside India, not in India. I mean, Indian studios usually don't try to do something out of the box. I mean, not that I'm claiming this, but this is what I feel. So we thought that we'll do something different, something that sets a trend. So here you go. I'll just play this. This is basically for a pre-launch of a project. This is not really a...
Mother Nature is the world's best artist. From time immemorial, her beautiful and flawless creations have been fascinating to us. The very best of nature's gifts is often the rarest. Gemstones are the rarest of the rare, reserved only for the elites. It's one of those magnificent creations of nature. Its one-of-a-kind formation process makes it inimitable. Welcome to a world to unravel the mystery and magic.
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know how you do that.
By Aurobindo Real.
If you click on view options,
There is view option. I don't freaking see a view option. Oh yes, now I see it. Optimize for video clip. Is that what? Share sound.
yeah.
Okay, so do I play the video once again? Okay. I hate Apple Mac. I said it. Yes, I'll just play it again.
Mother Nature is the world's best artist.
Is it better?
From time immemorial, her beautiful and flawless creations have been fascinating to us.
Perfect.
The very best of nature's gifts is often the rarest, and gemstones are the rarest of the rare, reserved only for the elites. A pearl is one of those magnificent creations of nature, Its one-of-a-kind formation process makes it inimitable. Welcome to a world to unravel the mystery and magic of the ocean's greatest masterpiece. Introducing the Pearl by Aurobindo Realty, the new standard in Hyderabad's urban skyline.
Yep.
You see,
One of my friend and asked him, Ray, how many streams of income?
I stopped sharing my screen at the right time. There was a very weird ad. I can't hear you, Jason.
Lol.
Yep. So, no, I think I'm done showing the video. We can, I think I can show another video. There's one more favorite video of mine. I'll just show that, and then we can just jump on to the next topic. All right. You guys can see my screen, right?
पीछे कभी कोई ढील लगा रहा है
I don't see Fabio. All right. Yep. So I'm just done showing the work that we do, and I don't want to shamelessly open my brochure soft copy and make it look like a you know sort of a company presentation. So it's not really that. So yeah, this is what we do. I mean, people get the idea of the quality with whatever I've shown so far, and they have already seen what we do. So I guess we can now talk about the other things. I feel the talk was more of, I mean, when Fabio mentioned the talk was more of what is happening in the Indian archivist industry and how I'm motivating my team to strive through and all those things, and how I've come so far. So I'll just, um, I'll just wait for Fabio to come back to ask me those questions, or if you have anything to ask. I guess this is it. I mean, we do have a lot of a lot more images to show. I'll just share that meanwhile, or maybe one more
Yeah,
video.
sorry, I'm back now. Everybody can hear me as well. Yeah, I'll get Fabio on here. Just give me a second. I guess
Um,
Dario needed to check something in the meantime.
he did text me that he's nervous. I told him very clearly that, man, people look up to you. You're a very good artist. He's a brilliant artist.
Oh yeah, definitely,
I
definitely.
look up to him.
Um, yeah, let me hold on just a second. Let me text Fabio too.
Yep.
Hello. Now it's just me on screen. Why is that?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
All right, good. Um, just telling him. But what was the conversation that you and Fabio had? If you could like just tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. There was actually too many things we were discussing about, and mostly random things.
Yeah.
So um, he asked me the last question before this talk when we were on a video call. The last thing he asked me was, what is it that you do to keep your team motivated, or to motivate your team? I actually told him that the answer is going to sound very basic. It is basic, but I guess that's all you can do. I mean, I told him that I be very honest with my team, which is, then I added that it's rare in India. Again, I'm not trying to defame my own country, but it's a cultural thing. It's Fabio did made a point that in India people don't know how to say no. So that's
Yeah.
one of, yeah. So and it's not at all offending. It's kind of true, and that is why many studios or many offices, or in corporate culture, there is this gap between employees and employer, and that's the gap we don't have in our office, and
Okay.
that is something that keeps my team feel really, really comfortable and motivated, towards what they do, because they know that if there's a problem, they're gonna, come forward and talk about it, and they know my vision. My vision is that it's like an open book. We do share our thoughts together, and yeah, that's something I do to keep my team feel refreshed every time they enter to the office, and they even when they're under a lot of pressure, because it's still a small team, because we're just, as I said, 2.5 to 3 years old studio. So
Mm-hmm.
Fabio's back.
Kartik, I am back in the conversation. Jason, can you get to Dario, you send him a link and test with him. I already did just a minute of testing, but I want you to get in touch with him, and I'll continue the conversation with Kartik.
I would say let's do that when we stop, because I'm running to Zoom. I can't really go off of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Totally forgot about this.
It's all right.
Okay, Dario is watching from home, so he can rest assured that we're gonna get back to him.
I'll message with him real quick.
Yes, and so Kartik, thanks a lot, first of all, for taking the time to talk and to introduce us to your work. The reason why I wanted to give you a space on our platform, first of all, we're friends. We got the chance to meet when I was in India. It was beautiful. I'm really I find your culture incredibly fascinating. And I do think that, to a certain extent, India still gets a little bit of a bad rep, even though things are changing. And there are a lot of new realities that are really pushing what is usually considered, the Indian standard. And offices like yours are sort of can you hear me? Because you look frozen. I'm just talking by myself. And Kartik is gone. Great. Jason, I think you might have to let him in again.
Okay, yeah. I mean he has the link, so I was actually over at the next desk, and I heard you say, "Can you hear me?" And I thought, oh, I should probably go check what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
So, Jason, the weather. He did say that he was having issues with the Mac.
His computer said no. Computer says no. So yeah, give me just a second, and I'll see if I can get in touch with him.
Touch base with him. But that's the beautiful thing about being live. We'll never get tired of it. Now I'm totally going to jinx it, but usually we don't have this much problems at the live version of the event in Vienna, which I guess it's a good thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm jinxing it. Next year is gonna be only issues. Okay. So you're telling me that I should be talking by myself without you? Okay, so basically and I hope that we can get hold of Kartik again before the Dario steps in. But basically what I was trying to say is that, India is changing, when usually when we talk about India and design services, archivists, digital design, CGI, people automatically think of it being as a place where you don't spend a lot of money. And, for the most part, this is still very much the case. There are a lot of companies that still do that. But there are quite a few companies that are now emerging where this is not the case anymore. And the quality of work that it's produced is fantastic, to the extent where Indian companies are now working with internal companies and not with companies from abroad anymore, because this was the paradox, right, that we had a few years back. Kartik is coming back.
Yeah.
Where big Indian developers, they would not trust, say, their own internal archivist companies to make, say, renderings, and they would go to England to get their renderings done. And then what would happen is that in England, there would be an Indian person outsourcing the work to India again. And so it was like this mad dog biting its own tail. But anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to drop off and talk to Dario, okay?
Okay. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
You're going to hang up the Zoom call?
Yeah, bye. Bye, everybody. No.
Kartik, can you hear me?
No, I'm just going to chat with
Yes,
him real
I
quick.
can hear both of you.
Okay, I hope that you're not gonna leave us again. What I was trying to say, what I was trying to ask you is, you set a very good and high standard for what it is, the work that Indian companies produce. We were talking about it before you fell through. You are working with a lot of Indian clients, right? And this took quite a little bit of struggle, I'm imagining, for you to be able to land Indian clients that would trust you with their own accounts. Can you talk a little bit about that journey? How did that go about, and what did you have to do in order for you to establish yourself as a household name in your city? He froze again! Okay. Yes, he's frozen. I'm looking at the comments.
Okay, I'm back.
Jason, I have a solution. Next time we'll fly him in, and we will have him in real life.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you.
It's the infrastructure. It's the
Here we go.
infrastructure. Hey, Kartik, can you hear us?
I can hear you. If this happens again, you know what? Just call this off. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
but like I'm going for this very long tangent. Basically, I just want to hear a little bit more about your story, the struggle, and the things that you had to put up with in order to establish your household name.
Okay.
Speak fast.
I'm actually looking at the Wi-Fi signal there. I mean, it's all just perfect. I don't know what is happening. Anyways, so yeah, the story. People have already, I think some people have already heard about my story, so I don't want to, bore people with that. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Fabio, you did me dirty right now. I mean, you were like so still. I thought that internet is not working. All right, just don't, please.
I'm sorry. At this point, I'm bullying you.
All right. Yeah. So a few people know about my story, so I don't want to bore people with that. So yes, struggle. I would just talk about only that one part where it was a little bit tough to get big clients. And at this point I realized that it's not just trying to market yourself with your work on social media or other ways of marketing. It's also the references that helps you go through. So initially the references did help me. I was lucky with that one. And then once you get one chance with get to work with one big company, you just have to keep doing keep finding more clients, keep finding more references, and keep doing good and not stopping with your speed and expansion of your work. And it's very important to actually push your limit. So we've been just pushing our limits. I mean, every time I tell my team that guys, this would be the last time this would be the last time we are under this kind of pressure. After this, I swear to God, I'm going to suppress this. I do mean it when I say it, but then some or the other big project comes into the picture and they're like, fuck this. I mean, they get excited at the same time, really anxious, because then they didn't see that coming. I literally surprise my team every month that, guys, we have, some more projects lined up. So this has been...
There are different types of surprises, though. There are surprises that go like, surprise, and there are surprises that go like, ah, shit. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. But since my team is actually full of young people, they are so far very much always excited to work on, new projects. And trying different things. And of course, I'm not gonna lie with you. Definitely, they do dislike sometimes when there's a lot of pressure and they have to figure out a lot of things in a very less time. Those things are there. Besides that, the rest of the story is very much positive, and people in my office especially are very much always motivated to work hard and push their limits. And I best thing about my team, again, I'm not trying to brag about my team, but I'm actually very much blessed with the kind of team I have. They're not told to work over time. They're not actually pressurized from my end or anything like that. They're just very much aware what is the situation of the studio and where we stand at this point and where we want to go. As I was telling Jason that I do share my vision with my team very crystal clearly, so they know where we are headed, and it's not just trying to make photorealistic visualization kind of studio. We're not just doing that here. Definitely what is brewing inside is what people not even are aware of. So and that's something I'm not fooling my people with, and they're very much aware of it. So they do keep those things in mind, and they keep trying their level best to perform better, and put their best efforts to deliver the projects on in a very tight deadline. So yeah.
Kartik, then let me ask you another question. What was the most challenging part of building the team that you have? Kartik froze again. So it's my fault, I guess. Every time that I do say something, I'm the one that breaks the connection. I apologize, everyone watching from home. Jason, I think I'm the problem. I'm doing something.
Yeah, I heard you.
It's probably the electricity generated by my sweater.
Oh, he's coming back already. Yes. Oh, he's gone again. Never mind.
But we do have a little bit of time. Let's be patient.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
He's also taking time off his schedule. Actually, he told me that after he's done with this, he has to go back to the office because he's got stuff to do.
Oh my goodness, yeah. That's fine. We can. I think the conversation is quite interesting. I would really hate to not be able to do it. Of course, I don't want to just end it automatically, unless of course he doesn't come back right now. But yeah, I mean, it is a very interesting topic, and something that
Martin says, stop asking difficult questions.
I swear to God, I'm gonna sue my internet company.
Well,
I'm not even touching that device. It's just coming and going. I don't know what the hell is wrong.
Sorry.
We have come to the conclusions that it's my sweater the problem.
I don't think so. It definitely said name. By the way, I must actually also announce that I am in the middle of moving my apartment, so that is why probably this trouble is there, because I might have there must be some sort of loose connection somewhere in the internet wire. I'm just sorry about that. Yeah.
Don't worry, Kartik, it's really okay. And I don't want you, like, I know that you're a busy person. I know that, like, when this is going to be done, you're gonna be back in the office to have to finish some work, which obviously, like, for those who are watching from home, this is 6:45 Central European time. You are 5.5 hours ahead of us. So,
Yes.
you're gonna have to go back to the office close to midnight. So, we really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and to get organized for this conversation. Actually, I do have, I don't want to take any more of your time, especially because of the fact that, the conversation, it's not nice that it's not stable. I would like to re-invite you as soon as we have a chance to really finish this conversation, because I do think that, India deserves a chapter of its own. This is a project that we have already started in the past. Then, COVID and everything came, but it's still something that we're, very interested in pursuing, at least hearing your stories. So, when things will be better, we'll come back to you guys and we'll keep talking about everything which is CG related.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm really sorry to all of the
Kartik,
people.
it's really not a problem.
Don't worry about it.
This. So, but then I do understand that, we have a certain time slots for both the talks. So go ahead, guys. I really appreciate you having me here, and good luck to all.
Just one quick question. If people want to find you or want to find out more about you, I know that you're always looking for talent as well. So where can people find you?
They can find us on Instagram, Instagram/Spacebound Labs, then LinkedIn, and my profile is already there. We're soon launching our website, and we're soon gonna be more vocal about our online presence. So yeah, for now, this is it.
Dude,
yeah, thank you.
I wish you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jason.
No. I just wanted to say also thank you, and don't worry about the problems. We will. We're gonna talk more to you at a future time. Okay.
We'll let this out.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Kartik,
so thank
have an amazing night, and everyone watching from home, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly with the next speaker, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, stay tuned, and you'll find out more in a second.
Yep. We'll leave the stream going, and sorry, go ahead.
Merry Christmas to both of you, and Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching.
Thank you.
Same
Okay.
to you, man, and hopefully see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
All right. So shall I just leave the chat, right?
Wait.
So we're back with some
And
bugginess with like
we're back with Fujifilm web camera. Hey, there it is. Dario, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
You look like Wednesday. That's what it is.
No. I am Wednesday.
I was looking at you and I was like, there's something oddly familiar about his look tonight. Jason said it's the CG Jesus.
internet Jesus.
Internet Jesus.
I'll do my makeup next time.
Are you, Dario? Everything okay?
I'm always good. How are you?
Beside all the bugs?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So we've been going back and forth over here, and it keeps turning off. You know, when he's got the presentation on. But we're gonna go ahead and try it and see how it goes.
It was all a tactic so people would get bored and just leave. So I don't have to do it.
So we wanted you all to share in the fun. You know, that's how we do it here. That's how we roll.
Dario, instead of doing an introduction, you know, we've already been keeping people waiting for 12 minutes. We'll just give you the stage and you can start talking about your journey. And then afterwards, you know, we'll catch up and maybe we'll have a chance to speak for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, absolutely.
So we're here. If anything happens, I'll be watching it, and we'll if we need to abort, we will do that. If we need to change streaming services. All right.
Okay.
Go get a new computer.
Right. Fingers crossed it's going to work now. There you go. I'm sharing the screen. Right. Perfect. Let's see how I can screw this up now. So, to my talk. Thank you, Jason and Fabio, for having me. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to listen to me tonight. And I hope I won't let you down. So my talk
Did he get stuck? Is it something on our end, Jason?
No, everything looks good on my side. Excellent connection, excellent streaming.
Do you wanna do a Google Meet? Just make a meet and send it to him.
Yeah. So everybody who's listening right now, we're gonna jump back off for a second. I'm gonna put up the coming back soon thing. We're gonna open it up in Google Meets, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, we're back. I hope everyone stuck around for our fun. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna let Dario take the stage. All right, go for it, Dario.
It does seem that it was a Zoom problem after all.
Are we live or not? Because I don't see.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. It takes a minute. It takes a minute
Okay,
to come
perfect.
up. But yeah, so go for it and yeah, take it away.
Great. Okay, so again, thanks Fabio and Jason for having me. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about my work and some insights of what I do or how I feel about this field. I wanted to talk about how to overcome obstacles because in the past 5 years since I started doing 3D, I've encountered a lot of obstacles in my path, and I did learn some stuff on how to proceed and how to overcome them practically. So let me start sharing this. In a nutshell, what I'm going to talk to today, I'm going to do like a small intro. I'm going to tell you who I am, what I do. Then, first point, reach for the sky. I believe in that in this job, in this field, learning and progressing and improving your skills is very important. Third point is going to be starve the ego, feed the soul. I believe that in order to do this, to learn and improve, you need to be very humble as a person. Next point, dance, 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 which is something I'm going to talk about. It comes from a book that I read, and it's about enjoying life and saying yes to opportunities, going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Just go for it. And last point is called freak out, and it's about being original, avoiding trends, and do whatever you like, and without thinking about what people would like or what people would think. So again, okay, sorry. My name is Dario. I work for a company called V1. Exactly what the fuck I am. Oh, sorry. This is me, and I'm a very serious person, as you can tell. And I do this as a job during my day job, and then in my spare time I do this, which these are some of my possibly best works or the ones I hate least. Okay, intro. No AI was harmed in making this presentation. I needed to say this for a friend of mine, which likes AI a lot, as you can tell. Okay, I want to start this presentation with a quote from one of my favorite photographers. I've always believed that any work of art should stem from genuine feelings and understandings. I didn't work with any sense of purpose. As an artist, I was only looking to express myself. I did it to share my feelings with the audience. I need to be touched emotionally to come up with meaningful works. When the work resonates with the audience, it's a satisfaction that money can't buy. My purpose is simple. I try not to waste my audience's time. Okay, I didn't choose these words randomly. Not only I love this photographer, I love what he's saying with these words. When I do my personal work, I always want to share my feelings and my emotions with what I do, and I love when I connect with other people. When someone messages me back and saying, "Oh, I can see something in your work. It resonates with me. I understand what you're feeling, or maybe I'm feeling something differently," and we can then confront each other and we can talk and we can become friends, and it's great. That's what I love about this. It's the best feeling when someone likes what you do and wants to talk about it with you, and then you can see what they do. It's great. And again, also at the end, I try not to waste my audience's time. This is it, not just with this talk, but in general, like why someone would have to spend their time looking at your art. There must be a reason. It can't just be something that looks pretty. It needs to have some meaning behind it, at least in my opinion. Okay. Next. Reach for the sky. Set out your goals. Dream big. I did not learn this early in my years. I learned this when I was almost 30 years old, and unfortunately, but it's something that I really believe. If you want to succeed, if you want to achieve what your dreams are, you need to dream big. You need to, like this says, like reach for the sky. If you only dream mediocre, you will only reach mediocre. If you dream for the best, even if you don't get to the best, you will still get to a better point of where you are in the first place. Okay. Sorry if this talk is going to be a little bit preachy. It's going to sound a little bit like self-help. Hopefully you don't get too bored. So this is it. Reach for the sky. If you want to improve, you need to set your goals, focus on them. There is no I will start on Monday or I'll make it with the new year. It starts now. Just do it now. Why? Because the more you know, the more value you give to yourself, and then you give more value to other people as well. So like these goals don't have to be set in stone, in my opinion. Like they should be more of a guideline, let's say. I always think about my goals in a 3 to 5 years span. And once you start till you reach these 3 or 5 years, you become a different person. Your priorities change, your life changes. So the goals cannot stay exactly the same. They will change, but that doesn't mean they will change in a bad way. They might become something different and even better than what you even thought before. And as long as you keep focusing on what you want and where you want to be, keep going. Do not get distracted by someone else's fortune. Just keep doing what you want and what you like. This is why I chose this small illustration. It's a very famous one. The guy keeps digging, and until he sees someone else finding a diamond, and so he starts digging on his path without realizing that he was so close to his treasure. Okay, this is a very important quote. You want to be better than your yesterday and become as good as your tomorrow, but you'll never be as good as tomorrow, because when you reach tomorrow, it's today again. So someone might have said this. If not, I say it. It's just a joke, just to break it up from the boring presentation. Okay. This is another quote that I love, and it's from someone that everyone knows, I think. It's Michael Jordan, and limits like fears are often just an illusion. This is like a chance for me to talk about my story a little bit of what I believe. I didn't want to talk too much about myself, but I think this can be helpful for someone who might be just starting. Years ago, when I first decided to do 3D and follow my dream to become like a 3D artist, some people were laughing at me. I wanted to move from my own country in Italy to the UK with no experience, with no education, or formal education at least. And people were saying, "Oh, I would never amount to anything. I would never do it. I would not last more than 6 months." But they were wrong. I knew that I was strong enough to do it, to achieve what I wanted. And so I kept working and working and working hard, and I tried to work harder than the day before until I reached my dreams. And here I am now, 5 years in, and I'm working for one of the top UK's archivist studios. I won some awards. I had my art on display in an art gallery in London, and I'm here today in front of you guys talking about myself. So, I mean, I did achieve something. And quitting was never an option. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep working on yourself, you will achieve what you want. This brings me to the next slide and comes from a very famous quote: starve the ego, feed the soul, and always assume someone else knows something that you don't. I believe in this massively. And you need to be humble enough to consider yourself a beginner. Even if you are an experienced artist, always think of yourself as a beginner. Keep asking questions to everyone. Doesn't mean how experienced they are. They might know something, some trick, some advice that you had no idea. So it's very good to always be curious, ask questions to everyone, share experiences with everyone, and just keep improving and increasing your knowledge on whatever it is. And this is also part of being a decent human being. I believe that if you can be an amazing artist, you can be technically very good, but if you are not a good person in your private life, this will show in your work relationship, in your artwork, and people will notice it. It's important to build relationship with people, good relationship, and always be kind and nice to each other. Okay. Next slide. Is it working? Why is it frozen?
We can see you. I think the slides, it's
Oh, right. Okay. Because it was all frozen for a second. I didn't know what to do. Okay. Yeah,
now
I do
you're on
believe.
the page that says be humble.
Yeah. Okay. I believe in that in this field, like everywhere, everything basically, but in this field, as being an artist, in archivists or whatever, it's important to be humble. There is a lot to learn, and it's a never-ending journey in learning and improvement. And even when you think that you've got it all, that is only the beginning. I realized this quite early, and if you stop learning, if you stop improving, whether it is like new softwares, new techniques, or whatever it can be, you are dead. You will become obsolete very soon, especially now with like all that's happening, like Unreal Engine, AI, or graphics cards becoming super fast. You need to be updated every day. Every day, try to learn something new. Talk to people, see what they are thinking, and see what they know. Sometimes even I wanted to. I started learning Blender, and I had to check on YouTube some tutorials to see how to do some stuff. And there were 14-year-old kids teaching me how to do stuff, and I'm 35. So imagine that. But you need to be humble again and accept this. There are 14-year-old kids now that know more than I do in some areas. So that's great. Let's learn. Let's share the knowledge. I love it. And another important part of being humble, it's when it comes to feedback. Feedback is very important, especially early on. You need to find good people that want to be honest with you, even be brutal sometimes with feedback or constructive criticism, like you say. And you need to be humble. You need to understand that some people might want, even if when it's brutal, they are trying to help you. You don't know everything, so you can learn from others. You don't have to take everything in, but try to find what is good from what they're saying. And just don't do this. Next slide. This is why I don't post my work on Facebook anymore, because you get comments like this, which is funny in a way. When I posted my work, someone just replied, "Bad taste, bro," which I said, okay, can you please expand more? And he actually didn't expand very much. He just deleted the comment after a while. It's funny. I mean, you can only laugh at this. What's the point in saying this? If you don't have anything nice or constructive to say, just don't say anything. Just ignore it. Okay. So I think, again, feedback needs to come from people close to you, people that you respect, people that you look up to, people that might know more than you, more often than not. And when I first started 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was hanging around on an Italian 3D blog called Reddy, and I was hanging with some people, and they were like a lot more experienced than I was at the time, and it was great because I managed to send them my work, which was crap, obviously. And instead of telling me, "Yeah, looks great," or "You're doing fine," they were brutal with me, like to the point saying, "Your work is shit. Go back, start from scratch, do it again. This is terrible." And so I did. Started from scratch, and the next time I finished my render, it was a bit better. And so I did this over and over again, and I kept having this honest feedback from these people, and I kept improving until I reached a level where I was kind of happy, and I managed to start sharing my portfolio around to find a job. Okay, let's go to the next slide and next point. Dance, Dance, Dance. Why this title? This is a book. It's one of my favorite books, and it's a fiction novel wrote by Haruki Murakami, a Japanese writer, my favorite so far. And it has this book has an underlying message from what I can tell. No matter what happens in your life, good things, bad things, just keep going. Find opportunities in when bad luck happens, or take advantage of moments of good luck as well. But just keep going. Say yes to whatever happens. You never know what can happen, who you might meet. And I wanted to bring up this point, and I wanted to bring up D2 to share my experience with D2 and how it helped me. So again, thanks, Fabio and Jason. I've told you many times, you've been incredible to me. What D2 and what the challenges did for me was you helped me change my life. At some point, I was feeling stuck with what I was doing. I didn't like my archivist portfolio at all. I was getting bored with what I was doing. And then the lockdown started, and I felt like, oh, okay, what am I going to do now? I have no idea. So I saw that you were doing these challenges, and I said, I have no control over what's happening. I cannot change these lockdowns. I cannot change being by myself in my house. What I can do is control what I can do in my own spare time, which was a lot at that time. And doing these challenges helped me develop my skills a lot more. I've improved not only my concept art or my illustration work, but also I managed to translate those skills that I was improving in my commercial work as well. And my archivist portfolio improved a lot over the time, because doing these challenges is sort of a R&D. You can learn new skills, you can learn new ways of lighting a scene, or whatever it is. You always learn something. And so I started making these images, and instead of just artists, I was working on illustrations that are more like concept art, which I never done before. And it was not easy. It was not easy at the beginning. I did manage to get some crap images at the beginning, but then I've improved over time up to a point where I finally, I was lucky enough to win one of the challenges and get a free ticket to the D2 challenge, to the D2 conference. Okay, so why I'm showing you this now. These are some of my first works that I did for the challenges. Not great work. Actually, it was pretty terrible. Looking at this now, I'm feeling embarrassed. But it's good to know where you're coming from and to see how you are improving. So I went from this to works like these, which again, I am not extremely happy with these. The more I look at them, the more I can see how I could have improved them, where I've made some mistakes. But I don't hate them, and somehow some people manage to like them. And the first the one on the left and the center one, were the ones who I got to display in London in an art gallery, which was an amazing experience. I have never even dreamed to reach that level. And the one on the right is the one that won me the challenge and ability to go to Vienna last August to attend the conference, which was great. Why? Not only because you can learn a lot and you can network, but you end up meeting a lot of people and you end up making new friends. I'm happy that I managed to meet all these beautiful people, which I can call friends now. I talk to them almost on a daily basis. I can share my experiences, I can share my work, we can exchange feedback, we can give each other advice. It's great. Most of my friends back from where I'm from, they don't really know what I'm doing, or they don't understand 3D art. So it's great to have friends that understand what I'm doing and I can talk to. And not only this, but through all this and talking to people during, for example, during the D2 challenges or the wartime optimism with Mike Golden, I started talking to random people in the chat, and I ended up becoming good friends with some of them. And thanks to this guy in the center, I got a job in the office where I'm working right now, which is great. I'm so happy and humbled to be in that position now. It's great. Again, the more you know, the more value you give yourself, but most importantly, to others. If you are a knowledgeable person, you can share your knowledge with others, and that's what comes back to you again. Last point. Freak out. Why freak out? Freaking out is a process whereby an individual casts off outmoded and restricting standards of thinking, dress, and etiquette in order to express creatively his relationship to his immediate environment and the social structure as a whole. This was Frank Zappa in the 70s. He is one of my favorite artists ever. He was a musician, but not just a musician. He was always challenging everything, whether it was politicians, the music industry, TV, whatever it was, the mainstream. He always wanted to do his thing, do what he liked to do, and he didn't want to follow what other people were telling him to do. And I believe in this. This is the way to do art, in my opinion. Because if you end up trying to be a people pleaser and do art based on what you think would be successful, I believe your art is never going to be great in a way. I'm a person that likes to do what he likes to do, and I'm lucky that I can generally do what I want to do, and I do my art for people who like it, not people who don't. And I believe that everyone should do this. Just do art for yourself. Do not do not get stuck on how many likes you receive or how much popular you get on social media. That doesn't mean anything. It's not how you give value to your work. The value comes from people who talk to you, who come back to discuss with you what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I was surprised. I was listening to a podcast the other day with Ash Thorpe, which is basically my inspiration, my hero. He was talking to people, and people who has more than 2 million followers. He was saying the number of followers and likes doesn't mean anything. and coming from him, it must be true. Because social media, it's a game. You can be good at social media and that you become popular, but that doesn't mean that your art is good or not good. So don't get stuck on numbers, but just do what you like and keep improving yourself. Be original, experiment, see what makes you connect with other people. Try to reach their heart and enjoy the process of doing it. Just keep doing it and be happy with it. So I'm gonna conclude now. I can see Fabio who's looking at me saying, please cut it short. Do one thing every day that scares you. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. And don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. And don't waste time on jealousy. Don't look at other people's success and be jealous. Just do your thing. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. I'm done.
Woohoo!
Amazing, man.
I can hear the applauses in the comment section.
I'm sweating. I'm so nervous. This was my first time doing anything like this, so.
You know, Dario, let me tell you a little story. In 2017, I think, we had the honor to host, I think it was 2017 or maybe 18, Sava Cvikovic.
Yes.
As a speaker at our conference. And the guy came out of the stage. I thought he jumped into a lake or something. He was so sweaty. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Jason?
totally.
And
this is
you know, like he didn't. It was a very weird situation having him there because, like, it was weird because he was already the Sava that we know today, right? But he did not know that. And I don't think he knew it until people came up to him and said, "Oh my God, man, I love your work." And probably even then, like he just didn't realize how important how much of a big deal he was. Yeah, put it this way. And I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, like you're very humble and very kind in the way that you have portrayed tonight your image to us. I do think that, you know, like you're one of those people that will go far, because of the fact that you love what you do. I've seen personally your evolution. I've had the pleasure of like having you as a guest all the time in my challenges, and I've really seen the amount of love that you put in the work that you do, and that kind of attitude, it's not something that you see every day. And so, you know, like what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that we're honored to have you here because we know that sooner or later you'll be one of those household name artists that are going to create the work that people look up to. And I'm not trying to give you any buttery compliments. I really do feel that this is the case.
Like I said, your help was massive. Like you helped me change my life. You've changed my life. So thank you.
I'll give you my Ethereum address in case you're interested. You know.
Yeah, you can get my debt. I'll send you my minus.
You can send mine. I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah, I had my.
If I was a bit boring, I apologize. But I hope if I reach just one person, I'm gonna be happy. And anyone who wants to message me and talk to me and say something, do it. I would love to hear your thoughts about it.
That was great, man. Really enjoyed it. I had my mic off there because I noticed that there was some, you know, because my headphones weren't working. It's coming out of the speaker and it was picking it up. I hope it wasn't screwing up the audio.
Jason, did you cancel the Zoom subscription already?
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now.
Never again.
$15 a month for nothing.
Yeah, totally crazy. I don't know what's going on with Zoom, but I hope.
And we blamed it on Kartik.
Yeah.
He's gonna watch this and be like, man.
He was blaming it on the Mac. So
amazing work by Kartik as well. I've seen those animations. Great.
Yeah,
great
crazy.
Great stuff.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, man, I really appreciate what you talked about. It was I thought it was great, and uh, um, I also appreciate that you showed those images that you made during the challenges, because I think that those show like how you can progress in a relatively short time if you have pressure to create things, on our schedule that we were doing. So
Well, that is actually something that I forgot to say. I should have put it down. Before the challenges, one of my issues was finishing jobs. I was always starting projects but never finishing them. I was getting bored. But with a deadline, having a deadline for personal work, it's a game changer. It just helps you focus and finish. So
That was the goal, you know. I was
anyone
always
listening, just
thinking,
do it. Go for the challenges. Yeah.
I was always thinking during the pandemic, I was like, if I had my own firm, what would I do with this downtime in order not to, lose my ability to think straight? And so when I came up with the challenges, it was a little bit like a joke, but thank God people joined in, and they were very psyched about it. And so I am glad that, this found the way to all these artists, and it has helped so many people to keep their head above the water, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It was a challenging time, but the D2 was great help for me and for everyone. I know other people that really enjoyed that time because of the challenges.
And
And
you
like I
made so
said,
many new friends.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's great. It's great to hear. It's exactly why we're doing it. So
Yeah.
it's better than any um, uh, sponsorship. That's the best sponsorship we can have, is from the people that are coming to the D2 and participating.
Talking about that,
Although
Jason,
if you want to sponsor, I mean, just give me a call. If anybody wants to sponsor, if you're out there listening right now,
we always need the money. No, but talking about challenges, tomorrow we're gonna have
Yeah.
the judging of the Red Vertex Challenge. I'm very excited about this because it's a challenge that I guess it's very close to our community, because most of the people that we are in touch with come from the archivist industry. Although, a couple of years ago we did make the shift, and since then we got a lot more people from the digital design industry in general. And I think it's a very nice thing, because eventually a lot of people that found themselves, stuck a little bit with only archivist work, they were encouraged to look outside and being able to find new ways to monetize their talent and keep building their career, looking outside of archivists without taking anything away from archivist itself. Okay, so
well
I
said.
guess I will see you guys tomorrow evening at 6 for the judging.
Yes, I'll be here. I'll
Dario,
join you.
again, thanks a lot for taking the time
Yeah.
for
Thanks to you.
preparing
Thank you for
this.
having me.
Thanks again to Kartik, who took the blame for, for our minor logistic issue. But I will see you guys tomorrow again, and we are going to do the live judging, and we're gonna wish each other happy holidays one more time, and then we will see each other again in next year.
So Dario, hold on just a second, and we'll say goodbye after we stop the stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We had, we were happy to have these two speakers with us tonight. I hope you guys got something out of it. So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.